listen to the short story Scarlet Stockings by Oxford Reading University, Level A2.
It was a quiet afternoon. Kate Lennox and her brother Harry were sitting together in the living room. They had nothing to do. Harry looked bored, so Kate was trying her best to cheer him up. "Would you like to go for a ride?" she suggested. "No, it's too cold," her brother replied. "Then let's play a game, or pay a visit to our neighbors." "No, I'm too tired, and the neighbors aren't any fun," Harry answered. "Harry, you were away for 5 years," Kate exclaimed. "Now you finally came to visit. Is there really nothing you would like to do?" "No, thank you," Harry said in a calm voice. Then he lay down, closed his eyes, and started falling asleep. It made Kate angry for a moment. Suddenly, she had an idea. She turned towards the window and shouted, "Scarlet Stockings, Harry!" "Where?" Harry jumped up immediately and ran towards the window. "It worked," Kate laughed. "At least there is something that interests you. Every day, you sit by the window waiting to see that girl. Do you even know her name?" "I was just going to ask," Harry replied. "Her name is Belle Morgan. She is the doctor's daughter and my dearest friend." Harry wanted to know more about the young lady. He was listening very carefully now. "Belle is a nice, clever girl, always full of energy," Kate continued. "It is impossible not to like her, but I must say she is a bit strange." "What do you mean?" "Belle always does and says what she wants," Kate explained. "She has her own ideas about everything, like fashion, for example. As you have noticed, she always wears her famous scarlet stockings." "She is very interesting. If she is your friend, why hasn't she ever visited us?" "Belle is too busy," Kate replied. "Also, she doesn't like people who only care about themselves. People like you." Harry seemed hurt. He and Kate started arguing, but after a while Harry got tired and left the room. A few minutes later, Kate saw him through the window. He was running after the girl in the scarlet stockings. Belle wasn't especially attractive, but for some reason, she seemed special. The scarlet stockings made her stand out even more. When she walked down the street, she was always the center of attention. 2. Later that week, Kate invited Belle over for tea. Harry wanted to make a good impression on her, but he was trying too hard. He looked a little stiff. However, soon he became more relaxed and started acting naturally. The three of them had a wonderful conversation over tea. It helped Harry and Belle show their true personalities to each other. After the visit, Belle began to think better of the young man. As for Harry, he became even more interested in the unusual girl. Soon he began taking walks at the same time as Belle usually did. They started meeting more often, and their friendship grew stronger. Sometimes Belle helped her father treat sick people. Harry started visiting poor sick people with her. At first, he was scared, but after a while, he began enjoying these visits. He saw how poor people lived, and he was happy to help them. Belle liked this change in her friend, too. One day, Harry and Kate went to a little dance party. "Look, Harry, Belle is here, too," Kate whispered to her brother. "Oh, but why is she knitting instead of dancing? What a strange girl." It is very typical of her, isn't it? In fact, I find that rather lovely," Harry answered with a smile. He walked over to Belle. She looked happy to see her friend. "Why aren't you dancing, Miss Belle?" Harry asked, sitting down next to her. "Actually, I'd love to have some fun," Belle replied, "but my father is against it. He says that I should do something useful instead." "What exactly are you doing?" "I'm knitting socks for a soldier," Belle explained. "You see, I can't go to the Civil War myself because I am a woman. But I can help a brave young man who will do it for me." Harry looked extremely surprised. He was quiet for a moment, then he asked, "And who is that brave young man?" "Father hasn't found him yet," she answered. "By the way, are you going to join the army too?" "No. Why should I?" Harry said calmly. "I don't care about this war. I haven't lived in the United States for too long." These words made Belle angry. She didn't speak to Harry for the rest of the evening. 3. During the following days, Belle stayed at home alone. She knitted and read books to forget about her friends. She felt sad and lonely. One day, her father came up to her and said, "My dear, come with me tomorrow and say goodbye to your young man." "My young man?" Belle exclaimed. "Yes, the young man who is going to fight in the war for you," her father explained. The following day, Belle and her father stood on the balcony, waiting for the soldiers to appear. Suddenly, they heard music, loud voices, and the sound of heavy footsteps. The soldiers were quickly marching through the street. "Look, here comes your man, the tall one with a small bunch of flowers in his jacket," Belle's father said excitedly as he pointed at one of the soldiers. Belle looked down at the young man and let out a cry. It was her dear friend, Harry Lennox. She stood silently for a moment, then threw up her arms and cried, "Goodbye, goodbye. God bless you, Harry." When the marching crowd disappeared, Belle laid her head on her father's shoulder and started crying. "What does it mean?" she asked. "Harry wanted it to be a surprise, my dear," her father explained. "He actually came home to join the army, not to visit his sister. Now please go to Kate. She needs you right now." Belle went to her friend's house at once. She found her crying in her bedroom. "I hope you are happy now," Kate said when she saw Belle. "You sent my poor brother off to die in the war or lose an arm or a leg. Do you even know how much he loved you? He only did it for you." Belle's face turned red. "Yes, I am happy," she replied, and started crying. "Harry acted like a true gentleman, and I am proud of him." She then added in a quiet voice, "We both love him, dear." Let's wait for him together and support each other while he is away. 4. Over the following year, Belle and Kate kept themselves busy with work. They were happy to do something useful too, while Harry was fighting for their country. One day, the whole town started talking about Harry. Was he dead? Was he alive? Was he back from the war? Was he going to get married? People said all kinds of things, and Belle didn't know what to believe. She stayed at home all day, afraid to learn the truth. At last, she received a note from Kate. She was asking Belle to come over and see Harry. When Belle entered the Lennox's house, the living room was empty. It scared her for a moment. Suddenly, she heard someone running down the stairs. She sat down quickly and pretended to read a newspaper. "Oh, my beautiful soldier. Thank God he is safe," Belle thought, as she saw Harry walking up to her. However, she greeted him rather coldly. Harry's face became sad immediately. Then he put one hand on his chest and started breathing fast. "What's wrong, Harry? Are you in pain?" Belle asked him, worried. "Yes, I am," he replied in a weak voice. "Oh, Harry, tell me what happened. Can I help?" Belle cried. "Thank you, but nothing can save me now. I was shot in the chest, and I'm going to die soon. Kate doesn't know it yet. But you are strong, and I want you to tell her the truth when I'm gone." "Gone? But where?" Belle exclaimed. "Back to the army. I want to die like a hero," Harry said in a serious voice. These words hurt Belle very deeply. Her worst fear was to never see Harry again. She couldn't hide it anymore, so she cried, "Oh, Harry, please stay." 10 minutes later, it was extremely noisy in the living room. Kate joined the two young lovers, and now she and Belle were crying, laughing, and talking about Harry's joke. "You really aren't dying, are you, Harry?" Belle asked. "Of course not," he replied. "I was quite surprised by your cold greeting, so I decided to play a trick on you. I wanted to know your true feelings." "Oh, Harry, do you still have to go back to the army?" Kate asked. "I am sure you have done enough. You can now rest and enjoy your prize." "I will not leave the army until the war is won. As for my prize, I had it when Belle kissed me." "You are right," Belle whispered. "I will wait for you, dear Harry." "And while you wait, my darling, knit lots of scarlet stockings," Harry said with a smile. "Because years later, when we are old, I want to tell our children, for all that I am or hope to be, you must thank your mother's scarlet stockings."
Like and subscribe to support our channel and keep getting new stories. And now, check out another awesome audiobook.